Good morning, everybody. We are back again. Today we are discussing the most important news, the issue of MTN8. We are heading to the finals after we've seen what happened during the week in terms of the semifinals. It's myself, the Sober Boys, together with Jacob Ntwentle Silematsela and Sepang Lastborn Hole. Now, guys, we want to discuss what happened during the week in terms of semifinals. Maybe that's the issue that we need to discuss. But how am I going to do it? I'm going to ask you to greet the viewers and then welcome them. And thereafter, let's move to Jakey, also do the same. And then the last person just shoot to the topic. Last one, welcome to the show. May you kindly greet the viewers.
Yes, good morning out there. And to you also, Mr. Shawalal, and to Mr. Jackie. Thanks for having me. Hope everyone enjoys the part one of the show. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting show. Thank you very much.
Okay, Jackie.
Good morning to the viewers and supporters at home. Thank you for welcoming us once more again. We are here to share all the good news with you guys. And we also appreciating all the support that you're giving to us. It's nice to be here. We're not here to break anyone. We're not here to criticize anyone, but we want to build the football in South Africa. Thank you very much. Let me come back to you, Dawu.
Shoot straight on the issue at hand, the game over the week, during the week, semi-final.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was raining on Wednesday. It was heavily raining, and then we saw Moroka Swallows playing against Cape Town City. In the first half, the game was 50-50, but towards the end of the first half, that's when Cape Town City scored their first goal. Remember that the coach of Cape Town City is Eric Tinkler, and they lost the previous, they played a draw against Swallows the previous week. And then if you know the history of Eric Tinkler, it's very rare that you can be able to beat him twice within a week, or maybe draw with him twice within a week. He's always looking for positive results. And that's a very good kind of an attitude that he's got. His team was very attack-minded. I'm just worried with Moroka Swallows. I know that Hamaldini is still injured, and it looks like if Hamaldini is not available, no one is taking that responsibility of scoring those goals. I hope the management of Moroka Swallows will look into that particular aspect and be able to make sure that Swallows cannot be beaten 4-0 at home. It's very, very controversial, and it's totally unacceptable, because this was a home game for Moroka Swallows, which was playing here in Soweto. So they should have collected a maximum points on this one. Congratulations to Cape Town City. They played very well. I was impressed with their midfielder, Ralani. The guy played in Europe for so many years. He's got such an experience. I even heard Dr. Kumalo commenting about him, saying that now he's got so much experience, technically so gifted, and then he's a workaholic. So he wants to request the management of Kaizer Chiefs to make sure that that guy comes to Naturena, because he's such a very good player. I also agree with him on that. Now, on top of that, the second game, which was the first one, it's Mamelodi Sundowns, that is cruising at the moment.
No, before you go to that one,
Yes.
Mamelodi Sundowns, maybe we need to talk about Moroka Swallows. Let me go to Lastborn before we go to Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yes.
Lastborn, what's your take? How did you see that game, Moroka Swallows and Cape Town City? Do you agree with what Jackie has said in terms of how he analyzed it?
Yes, I do. I do agree with him. And as predicted, I did predict that Cape Town City is a team that will be full of goals when it comes to the match against Swallows, which they did, deliver the goals because judging from the two teams, Cape Town City is a team that has potential in scoring a lot of goals compared to Swallows. If we can have a look at the stats, so Swallows doesn't have much goals within them, but Cape Town City does, which they did manage to deliver. I was not impressed with the defense of Swallows, and Cape Town City managed to capitalize on that because they really have a lot of poachers, they're attacking. When it comes to their attacking play, Cape Town City has a lot of depth when it comes to that, and which Swallows doesn't have. I feel like even the signings that Swallows made in the beginning of the season, they didn't add a lot of value and much value within them going forward in terms of attacking play. They still depend on Hamildin, and when he's not there, here are the signs. The signs did show, and they were exposed to that. So that played a huge role within them. It's like they didn't have a plan, going forward. But Cape Town City had the plan and have a lot of firepower going forward, much stronger than Swallows, So as I'm saying, as predicted, they managed to score a lot of goals. Big ups to Pachila K, the boy's doing wonders, still young, even the technique that he possesses, even the goal that he scored when he chipped Freeze, within that game. That was a spectacular goal. Very few players can able.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on because we need to look at the time. The only thing that I noticed in that game, I don't know, I didn't see Thabo Matlaba playing, and that was not for the first time. Even the previous game when the coach was there on the bench. For me, Thabo is a very good player. If I were Swallows coach, I would even take Thabo Matlaba to the midfield, central midfield. He's very good, workaholic. He can go forward, he can go back. So you need such a player. So I was a little bit wondering, why is he underutilized? That's one. Secondly, is this the result of Swallows using somebody who's not so much experienced as a coach? Could that be attributed to that? Maybe they need to review, because I'm not saying the guy is a bad coach, but experience counts. So when it matters most, because he could not respond, he could not, after one or two goals, he could not respond. So that's what I would say. But let's move on to Mamelodi Sundowns. Last one, maybe you are the first one to talk about that one. How did you see the Mamelodi Sundowns game? And then check the time. Let us not do too much longer. I think we have a few minutes, guys, to go as far as this is concerned.
Yes, first things first, it was great seeing Andile Charlie, winning the man of the match again for Mamelodi Sundowns. When Charlie's fit, he can do anything. When Charlie's fit, he can do anything. He makes sure that his team will be able to produce results, when he's there, he's able to marshal the whole team from defense and going forward. He knows how to dictate the play, he knows when and when not to play. So it was great seeing him putting up a standard performance in that game. Mamelodi Sundowns is so far ahead. I mean, they just showed the class within the game. All round, the boys did well. I was actually happy with the player called Hashim Domingo. Domingo was marshalling that midfield, also dominating that midfield, with Andile Charlie there within that midfield. Peter Shalulile, as always delivering, that man is a poacher. That man knows what he has to do. He knows his job. He knows what's required of him. So Mamelodi Sundowns overall just dominated that game. I never saw arrows within that game. It was pretty hard for them to actually try and crack, Mamelodi Sundowns. But Mamelodi Sundowns was just too strong for them. And they managed to show that with the goals that they even scored. And even the beautiful goal scored by the youngster Mayema. That was a very brilliant goal, a cherry on top. So overall, Mamelodi Sundowns just displayed a wonderful performance within that game. I think they can win the MTN8 this time and just make it their 4th title, because they really lack within the MTN8. They haven't won it much. They just won it 3 times. So I think this year is their
Let's move on. Let's move on. Jackie, come in. What's your take?
Yeah, definitely. It was such a very interesting kind of a game. Sundowns was dominating throughout. Very good techniques that were used by Peter Shalulile. And then he's always a threat, and then he will always be a threat to each and every team. There was that, you could see that cohesion for Sundowns, that they've been playing together. They know each other very well, and then introducing some few players. It was a very good technique as well to introduce new players who hasn't been playing for quite some time, especially the youngster Domingo. He did very well as well. Big up to Mamelodi Sundowns. That was a very good display of football, and I hope this time they will be able to win the league. Golden Arrows, hard luck, guys. You tried your level best. You left so many opportunities during the first leg in KZN, and this time there was no way that Sundowns can lose this particular game. It was a home game for them. They were too strong for Golden Arrows. Yeah, good luck to Sundowns and Cape Town City in the finals.
I would like to say, yes, Jackie, quick one. Okay, I would like to say, going forward, we want to see Sundowns.
No, I was just saying, let the best man win.
Let's say we want to see Sundowns doing well in Africa, because the manner they are doing, it seems as if they will represent us well in Africa. Domestic league, they are unstoppable, but we'll see what's going to happen in the final. Because Cape Town City, they are looking forward to something else. He has said, the coach, that he wants to win the league. So maybe this can give them some motivation. But thank you very much, guys. Much appreciated. And then we want to hear from you viewers. What's your take? Do you think that you are happy with the way the teams they played? And then just your comment. That would be much appreciated. Thank you very much, Jackie. Thank you very much, Tsepan. Let's do the next show during lunch hour. Thank you.
Thank you very much.